Hello, everyone. Thank you. I had clicked to turn my mic on, but apparently all it did was... I don't know what happened. it turned on, I started talking, and then it just automatically turned off. So thank you for calling me out on that. Yes, we are here for the second part of the council stream. Now, we were talking last stream about me having the corn cob pipe. And unfortunately, I could not find it. So I figured the next best thing is I dress up like Louis himself. Got the nice thing. Unfortunately, it's not a full black tie. I kind of misplaced that. And I was looking for it way too late. So I was sitting there going like, oh no! So I figure we've got Louis kind of like that. I mean, I've got the shirt, this coat. I don't quite have the same kind of coat. I'm sorry. But, you know, at least there was an attempt. Hey, where we had left off, we were looking at all the cool stuff in here.
Crystals.
Oh. Hey, I'm happy with finding that.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
Oh, I cannot assess. Sure, we'll just say it's the sword of King Arthur.
This is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet. You're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finish playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Oh. He possibly plays as the MIB, Will Smith's character. I need you to look inside here. I always thought it'd be interesting having one of those kind of pens. Not necessarily a real memory eraser, but one that looks like it at least. That's right, I have random props and stuff just sitting around on my desk. I have a messy desk. I mean, there's a reason why I have this whole green screen. Ooh, what's this? Oh, yourself to forget past blunders. Shh, there's no other past blunders.
I found an amazing ring.
None at all.
There's an inscription engraved on it.
Ask her about her marriage. Oh, that's
The mythical ring of the Nibelung.
Louis, do you really believe it's the Ring of the Legend?
You should try it on. They say if you wear it on your finger, it makes you more agreeable.
Ooh.
Droll. In the legend, it's a cursed ring.
Pretend to propose
Emily,
with the ring.
when I see that ring, I can no longer hold back my feelings for you.
Oh, stop it. You're being ridiculous.
What do you mean? I was just about to get down on one knee.
Why would you wear your hair and makeup like that with that forehead? Wow. Well, you see. Secretly, she wanted to draw attention to it. Oh, wait, there's something else before. Over here. No. Must get to the other side. Run, Louis! Run! Babylon 5. Oh.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant.
Ooh, cameo.
What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen,
Why not?
Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar.
Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Okay, Emily. I want to quickly check, because there's so many darn characters here. Alright, vulnerability to psychology. Oh my gosh, there's a clip. There's... Oh. I thought it was a clip at first. Oh! I guess I could see that. Her forehead's not that bad, but... Okay. Unity, logic. Vulnerability. Oh gosh, of course, now that we're staring right at her forehead right now. I mean, maybe that's why I like her. I have a deep-seated love for her. Because, I mean, look at my own forehead ratio here. Look at hers. Yeah, oh, we'd be a perfect match. Okay, psychology. That's conviction. That costs 3 though. Ooh. Guess you already... Oh, I can't choose these? Why not? Fine, I'll
Nothing.
use this.
I have done absolutely nothing for you. No to this, no to that. You ask for proof of trust, but when you get it, you turn a deaf ear. You are defiant, evasive, and paranoid. Go question your own motives. I've done all I can.
All right, fine. There's no point getting on your high
Who's like
horse.
nagging her?
So I'm wary, I grant you that. I'll admit you are fairly
Something I want to
reliable.
try out. Yeah,
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese, but I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily. I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone, you have your strengths and your weaknesses, and there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Yes, in psychology. Really? I answer that to her? Yes, you have a weakness in psychology.
You
Alright,
think
fine.
your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course. But what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have
Her
some
heart's beginning to
weaknesses,
be a
but I
flutter.
don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
First to work alone. It's conviction, eh? Oof. I think she takes orders from someone. Now, one thing I want to check here. There's one kind of thing here. Temporarily reveals the immunities. There we go. And I've got 5 of them, so I may as well use it. Intoxicated! You'll consume 4 consumable items during a single quest, or consumed a noxious element. Dialogue timer is no longer visible. Oh my goodness. Oops.
Yes, you're the kind of girl who gets by on her own.
Trick to
and
match your
shares
character.
nothing.
Oh god.
The fact is, you are completely mistaken
Yeah,
about
they
me.
got water though.
I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that
I
your
knew she
abilities
was
will be
with
of
my
use
mom.
to
I should have
me.
just said that.
But I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on.
I know, babe.
Don't stop
What can
now
I
that
say?
you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
It's a woman.
It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh, God, do you really believe the nonsense
Aw,
that
so
comes
it's-
out of your mouth?
Well, a
Interesting.
second ago I did. A little.
Sorry, Louis, your mother is not my partner.
So, remember how she was affected by the cameo? I've got 2 blunders. So her mother or her sister?
Your partner must be your mother.
Sister.
I would need to know who she is first.
Forgive me. I didn't know.
Oh, last
I'm an
chance.
orphan. I thought you'd figured that out.
No, I didn't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have mentioned it.
Now you know.
Let's just quickly read up on that to make sure. Oh boy. So Tail says sister, eh? That takes so
Your
much.
sister. She's your partner.
Yeah.
She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed.
Oh, I could have done that without that.
Forget I have a sister. Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good. I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly.
I just needed to be 100% certain.
My twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, you can't imagine.
Hey, Lance.
to the extent that
How's it going?
As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no
Well,
existence
he's.
in the
I
outside
mean,
world.
Louis doesn't have a pipe,
We
so
share
it's
everything.
okay.
First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one.
Do you have the same
When
lovers?
we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details, so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange.
What the hell's happening to
Maybe
his
their
mouth?
disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility,
More
but up to
black
now I
eye.
haven't found a trace of either.
You're right, I should have punched myself a couple
None of this
times.
is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Or is it?
It's time to leave.
I wonder if next episode I'm still going to have the bruised eye.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's
my.
been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
I don't know, she's pretty crazy. And last time I helped her, I got punched in the eye. And she has not returned the favor. In fact, she yelled at me right away. So... even the eyes out. I think we're going to go with
Elizabeth, but
Emily.
Some
I
very
just-
urgent business has
I don't
cropped
like her.
up. We can speak tomorrow.
No, Louis, don't leave me alone. They've come back.
Just seeing
Good
things
night.
again. I mean, she just chastised me a whole bunch.
Well, well, Louis, you took your sweet time.
Ah, she'll
What
be
did our
fine.
poor Elizabeth want?
Oh my.
The truth is, I really don't have the slightest idea. But I thought all of that could wait until tomorrow.
That
Oh
young girl
my.
sounds very...
Emily, have I misunderstood something here? What are you doing in my room?
And for a while now, the question has been nagging at me.
And that explains why I now find you here in my bed.
He's totally
Go ahead.
clueless.
Ask me the question that's been burning at your lips.
I know your mother was here to meet someone, but I can't figure out who.
Oh, so that's what's been
She's
hiding
been trying.
behind
She's
all
trying to
this.
lure me
We are
with the
both members of
temptations.
Order, Louis. Let's try to be honest with each other. I have followed with great interest
I
both
know.
your plans in connection with Mr. von Borchardt. You managed to steal something from him, if I'm not mistaken.
Possible. The book. Oh, I can't even choose anything else. Alright, fine, I guess,
Are you
the
talking
book.
about the Book of All Mysteries? Al-Azif?
That's right, Louis. A valuable bit of plunder, isn't it?
Yeah. When we finally found it, we took it.
And where is the book right now?
Amazing.
Don't tell her.
It's right here. Mother took it with her when she came.
This is quite fascinating. But just what did Sarah expect to accomplish here?
we're going to use the honey.
If only I knew myself.
She's weak against psychology,
My mother
so...
always takes a sly pleasure in telling me as little as possible.
Oh, poor little Louis. Your mother hides things from you.
I don't want
That's
to give her
not
all the
nice.
information.
No, it's not nice at all. And you? What were you supposed to do once the book was found?
Give it to our sponsor, of course. Sir Gregory has more than one card up his sleeve.
So you mean home is playing both sides?
Oh, I believe it.
Enough chatting. Come and join me instead.
As a twin sister, carefully leave the switch out. Exactly. Oh my, I get to choose to join her after all that. I mean, we're going to have to go for it. Oh my. Oh my. Is a femme frail? Twin sister, careful if they switch out in the parameters. Exactly, eh? I didn't have to. Hey, the gate would not open itself for me.
I have to go, Louis. I don't want anyone finding me here in the morning.
So
You're right.
he was waiting
Well.
for this.
Have a good night.
Good night. See you tomorrow, rested and ready.
Sure thing.
Alright, yep, see you, bye. Like, just tossing out the trash. Woohoo, libertine. Shame. We all know, Lance, it just had to happen. Oh,
Lord Mortimer, Monsieur de Richet, at last we meet.
dum dum dum. So, he's still around then. Found out about the past of Elizabeth and my mother. Ha! See, she didn't die. I could have just found out about. Instead of getting Leon, I could have found out more about my mom. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at those points. Racking them up. Alright. That subterfuge has been huge. I've been loving that. Oh man. I kinda want to get it up to level 2. So I can open things for free. Oh, but agility's been nice. So we'll get that. One questioning, and then yeah, we'll put another into that. Excuse me. Alright, well, oh my gosh, I was that close to the end of episode 1. I feel bad for not continuing just a little bit longer that last stream then. So that wasn't very much time at all. I mean, yeah, I've been streaming for what, 20 minutes now? Ooh, alright guys, well, we finished episode 1. Let's go to episode 2. So I can replay them. Or we can choose the quest for. Let me tell you. No. Oh, I know, Mr. Holmes. I'm just more scared by how these two are perfectly matched to each other. I mean, the nose, they're a little misshapen, but I mean, I guess kind of like how these two, yeah, fly around together. Ugh. Just dig up old Victorian nobles. The next, yeah, exactly. Now, Lance, if you said a battlefield, then you know that might be a little more.
How many times
oh.
must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
Intriguing.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge.
Romance the
And Lord
priest.
Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Well, you know,
I do apologize.
hasn't come up yet.
I was obliged to clear up some urgent business.
All right, next manuscript. Oh, I'm so close to being able to get this read. All right, so we read these books. Logic etiquette. This one is conviction. I'm 1 point away from that. Oh, I think one of these was conviction, was it not? Boo, it is not. All right, you get some delicious food there, bait. Oh, logic doesn't even have a single point in it yet. Ooh. Oh, hey, I'm 1 away from... Okay, I might do that conviction then. Psychology is 2 away. Alright, politics, psychology. Logic, etiquette. It's a tough one. Yeah, let's go psychology. It'll get us close to getting level 2, in which case then it's taking those 3 points away. Get things more free. Oh, look at all those points I can get. Delicious. Okay, now I know I can use 3 items.
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet.
Otherwise, I get
Do you
debuffed.
mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't
He
even
might
here
still
to
be
welcome you.
at some point.
When I asked you to join us here,
Although it'd be hard to find
in the
hide
hope
that facial hair, so
you would
maybe
help us
not.
find
Never
your
mind.
mother. However, there may be some new developments, but I don't know if they are linked to your mother. We have found Elizabeth Adams' body in her room. I'm afraid she was brutally murdered.
Oh,
stabbed.
never mind.
several
She was
times.
killed. That's what I get. That's what I get. Yeah, we're not spending our points
I
that
can't believe
quick.
it. We bumped into each other last night on our way to bed.
Yes, I know. Duchess Hillsborough informed us that she accompanied you at the beginning of the evening. You apparently bumped into Miss Adams, who wanted to speak to you. We are told you turned her away, and she went away on her own.
That's correct.
Do you know what she wanted to see you about, by any
See what
chance?
happens when you chase big forehead.
She seemed upset about something. I thought she was under the influence of alcohol, but we didn't really speak.
Pity. The poor child was probably trying to find help.
Ooh, just laying on the
Wait until
guilt.
tomorrow.
Just laying it on there. Hey, jeez.
Apparently not.
Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed. I must reassure my guests.
Thank you, jeez. I
and
figured I'd dress at
justice
least a
will
little
be
kind
done.
of like Louis there.
And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis.
Yes,
Find
we
out
finally
who
met
could
Mortimer.
have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you.
I do love that
You have my
jacket.
backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi. So I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
Can you tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
I know, Tails. It would have been cool if he didn't show up at all.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
At least for a while,
Thank you.
anyways.
Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting.
Oh, you're right. I forgot it. Like modeling
And
the,
Louis,
the drool.
You've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
What about your room? Anything cool in here? Oh, yep. Stuff.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Oh. Probably gonna be a C. Second letter. Let's go with an A. Third letter. I think it's fine with an S. Fourth letter. Oh, it could be case. Nope.
Which four-letter word?
Although that would have
could
been
open this
hilarious if that was
chest?
correct. Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
It's going to be some other random weird thing. There's a lot of words that could be used. I think we'll find out about it later. Nice, up to 3 golden elixirs.
A cache.
Oh gosh. Wanted to look at the first letters again.
What word could open this chest?
I think Zeus. Yeah. Nice, Amber Fragment. Because the whole mythology, everywhere that you're looking around, it fit perfect. Nice. Haha, I can be observant. Sometimes. Monsieur, I slap your face and insult your women, for they smell of vinegar. Welcome, guitar. So how is everyone tonight? You know, it's been a few days since we've all last chatted.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Whoa, Tails! Dropping them bits all over the place. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Ooh, a book. Leviathan. Oh. Your foot is healing nicely. What did you do to your foot, Lance? I don't think I was there if you've ever decided to explain that. Did you just fall asleep on it? Pins and needles?
I've come
Was
to
it a
speak
cleat
about
from
the
soccer?
findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
Whoa.
I'll
Okay,
be
no, I
in
don't have the
touch as soon
culprit.
as I have any more.
Well, thank you very, very much, Bait, for those 100 bits as well. And use the charity. Very nice, very nice. Oh, damn. And Lan's joining in as well. Oh, good. You got that charity tag. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job. Oh, everybody's just so generous with the bids tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, Tails. Let's do some romance.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
We'll see. Yeah,
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I wouldn't say.
Same with you and Emily, goofball.
But if
She's
I
just
were
trying to
you, my son,
relax. It's always a
I
good
would talk
thing.
to Monsieur Perrault. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Yeah, that damn Peru. Maybe I'll just frame him. Don't care who it is. That's what he gets for beating me. Although I did put him in his place, so maybe I should let it go. Key with an occult water symbol. Ooh.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Can I drop down? I'm safe from falling to my death. Come on. Getting even isn't enough. I was trying, Bait. I was trying. Oh, I suppose I could have took a running leap. You've got that right. Oh well. Maybe when we go back. And now we can go look around for all kinds of cool stuff just lying about again. Now the annoying thing is, only started off with 4 points. So, that means, alas, I'm going to have to possibly eat some jellies. Either that or watch myself very carefully about what I use. Alright, Jacques Peru. Let's see what you're hiding in here.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
It doesn't look well. It's true. He doesn't look very happy. Do I want to use 2 points, though? Well, first of all, let's double check. Oh, we don't know his weaknesses and everything yet. Reminds me of a shark. Bruce. Bruce the shark? I don't think psychology would really work on him. Let's search the room.
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribunal judge's room. Another painting on the massacre of the innocents? A pattern with 4 circles.
We'll spend 1 point for this. Oh, look at all that. Just have some of this, a little bit of this.
I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
Lockpicking my stuff?
I'll retrieve it later.
Belted in the back of the head.
I'll retrieve it later.
Wolf Devil's Thorn. Yeah, I don't care about that. Wolf Carmelite Water. You know what? I have to use some jelly. Jelly.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
I agree. I can't look at the paper. Don't know if we shall meet again. At this point in time, I am a prisoner, snared by my own decisions. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil who I thought I could master. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see my way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. Uh-oh. That might explain his surly attitude. Ooh, another box.
Great.
Don't mind if I do. Ah, good, honey. Beautiful. That means I gained. It's a net gain of an action point. Can I go through here? Nope. Okay. More books?
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Did I just pocket it? Oh, he is vulnerable to psychology. Huh. Oh, good to know. Hey. This one's skill point. Before the end of the dialogue. Okay, cool. So I've gotten some things. Ooh, ending an opportunity successfully will now return 1 effort point. Although that would take a while to get to level 3, that'd be a lot of points. Damn. Damn. So yeah, I guess these are things to aim for. But all the... Oh, yeah. Well, at least eventually I'll get talented. 2 points in etiquette, that'll be nice. I'm almost here for the 2 points in questioning. What about all this stuff down here? Oh... Once I uncover everybody's immunities and stuff. One of everything. See, having the pool maxed out doesn't really do much for me. Oh, I unlocked bookworm. What did that actually get me? I don't see it on here. Oh, right here. You can equip 1 extra manuscript. Nice! Oh, that's going to be so nice. A shoehorn. Hello.
Another painting on the Massacre of the Innocents?
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
Nothing too exciting in that one. So I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, nothing damning in his room. So if he got rid of things, he did it well.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Just come right out and say, did you kill her? Do you enjoy hitting women? Unfortunately, those take a lot of points,
I'd like
so
to
we're
talk
not going to worry
the
about
letter
that.
you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting.
Yeah, alright then. Well then, never mind. Didn't want to talk to him anyways. He's a stupid poo-poo head. Ah, Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte. I'm getting all kinds of good stuff.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition.
Language.
Handy.
Oh. Discover immunity politics. Yes, I think I already knew that though. Oh, he looks pretty distraught actually.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Make Napoleon likable. I don't know his how he is in real, or was, I suppose I should say, in real
Hannibal
life.
crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after victory?
I can reach now! But I'm full on that.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur. It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Does he have 2 immunities? Oh wow, immunity, conviction, and politics. Wow. Ooh, I can search. Sure.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Boo. Just boo. Next skill use is free. I mean, technically, okay, fine. That would actually be good to have.
Amber crystals.
Nice.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty. There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, 2 great army chiefs.
Go yoink. Wow. Okay, I'm like filled with to the brim with stuff now. What are these collector's coins good for? My goodness.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must
I don't know,
belong to
man.
a French soldier.
But then, birds cancelled by board gaming. Collectors like them. Yeah, there's that.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
Oh man.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room. Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her.
That'd be George
with
Washington.
haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
I think he's sincere. Person making sounds like a baguette. Could be, it could be. What if Napoleon's the usual short stature? They try to pass off another crap. Well, he doesn't look short.
Able to recognize the prowler?
Unfortunately not, no. It was dark, and Lord Mortimer was waiting for me. I was not really paying attention anyway.
I don't want to do that. Hey, Evelson, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful evening. I'm pretty sure this is George Washington, so I'm not going to be wasting my free thing over
Did
that.
you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
With who?
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
I think we just made up the whole thing and be sure to undermine him, sneaky chicks. Well, that's just the thing. There's so much different propagandas amongst, well, anything in various history things or whatever you read, that were people just trying to make someone seem bigger or smaller than they actually were.
Did any of you leave during
So
the
far,
game?
good gameplay.
Not
Oh,
that
I'm
I
loving
know
this
of,
game.
monsieur.
It's a lot of fun so
I didn't
far.
exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
What am I investigating? Well, spoilers in case anybody is listening here for episode 1 anyways, because this is just the beginning of episode 2. So the spoiler is that we are investigating the Queen of England dying, yes. Elizabeth. Elizabeth Adams was murdered. And now we're trying to figure out what happened.
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out.
Oh la la, monsieur.
But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight, so I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
Like his posture.
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No.
Yeah, but she did.
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
Oh, I could go back to Perot now, actually, because I've got this free thing, and I hadn't wanted to used all my points last time. So now I could do this skill check.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to
So I don't
answer
like
a few
him.
questions.
I could just have the full on. Do you enjoy hitting women? At least I got laid exactly. I mean, just downright asking if he killed her is just ridiculous. I wouldn't make fun of
2
him.
days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams. What happened? Did you want to give her another beating? She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! No idea what happened. Here you are, carping away. You think you're investigator of the year. Have you taken a look at yourself, Deriche?
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the last time?
I did not.
Ah, logic is locked? Wow, no. Oh,
Go
well.
on. Keep going.
Finish what you came to do, then get out of my room.
Darn it.
Goodbye, sir.
Oh, well.
We shall meet again.
This is one of those
Probably.
noob aliens that's 1 inch tall and uses a robot suit. Say, what? You have to be very sure of that, exactly. I needed to know what that forehead was hiding. And I can't say that I was surprised. Is there anything else to find? Oh,
A
yep.
Byzant from the Byzantine Empire. A coin often used during the St. Louis era.
I investigate, so you don't have to.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Used to hear what you want, but I don't want them. Hey, hey!
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Now I gotta investigate her room. Ooh.
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it.
Oh. See, now I have all the reason to come up to her and be
Tending
like, so,
children at the orphanage.
last night, eh?
I find it a little hard to understand this painting choice.
No letters there. And she was with me like, pretty much most of the evening, so I think that kind of takes her out of the...
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we
Hey,
both are, hands and
hey.
feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Is Adrian, how's it going?
By Reynolds, painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
Says the guy who just wanted to... Ooh, went and tried to bone Emily right away.
Amber.
How you said that. Amber. Mm-hmm. Yeah, after the discussion last stream to get the pipe and everything, I couldn't get the pipe. I don't know where I put it. But, you know, trying to look as dapper as this guy minus the eye.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this.
The kids beat you up on the extreme.
Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt,
Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Two
Okay.
coils circle the
Do I have the key for this one? I do not. Ooh, that would take a lot. We're going to... wait, do I have the
Two
key?
coils circle
Oh.
the lock.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look around. Maybe we'll find
Queen
the key.
Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there, from what I can tell. Queen Charlotte.
Whoop.
A
No,
letter from
wrong
William
one.
Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15
Ooh,
years
we
ago.
can look
now.
through all her stuff.
Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately.
Desperately.
For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours
Ooh.
sincerely, William Pitt, Count.
See, I could drink the solution for the lock, but that's going to be my third item. And this one would only cost 2. I feel like drinking that would be kind of a waste. But I could save it for some skill checks that take at least 4. I didn't realize there was a thing about being drunk. Alright, girl.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
Oh, don't you worry. Yeah, she was stabbed
Elizabeth
9
was
times.
stabbed 9 times. No doubt she suffered greatly.
9 times? What monster is capable of such a horrible thing? Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Make her speak about the night of the murder. Oof. The Centauri. Foreshadowing, all kinds of stuff.
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
That makes sense considering
I
how
won't
what she was like. Oh yeah,
Thank
see
you
ya.
for
I'll be
answering my
in your
questions.
room.
See you, Louis.
Or maybe she laid with Louis to get him tired enough to just go to sleep so she can get away with the murder. Could be.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Why is his door closed? Everybody's supposed to be available for me to search their rooms. Although I think it's because of Godoy and what's his face were with.
That's me.
It's me. He sounds so shocked and surprised.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the innocent members. It looks like I can't go inside their room. Okay, ultimately what I'm trying to do is I'm hoping to come across what's her face's room. I feel so strange just zipping back and forth in the hallways. Whee! Serpentine! I'd be shot at! What? Oh.
President George
Ah,
Washington.
yes, Mr. Spittlemouth himself. I haven't talked to him yet. And he was inside her room before. Reach.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep
Ah. Bollocks. Where's all the honey?
A map of Vermont.
I need more honey. I was finding so much of it in the first episode that I thought there would be a continued abundance of it. I was incorrect.
Honey. The
There
remedy
we
of the
go.
gods. Portrait of George Washington. Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Well, I mean, I'll use it.
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
Ooh, I would like to decipher the
Rumors that
letter.
Americans are preparing a peace treaty. It would appear that Emily is in secret discussion with Washington about reopening trade between the United States and England. If such an arrangement came into being, France would suffer dearly.
Quickly, let's steal it.
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
My choice has already been made. Doesn't seem much to
My dear George,
look
I'd
at
like
in his
to
room.
invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
No, William was the one who told him to run again. Alright, fine then. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to consume some honey. We are going to consume... Next skill is free. Yep, that was this one. Then, we are going to use the golden elixir. Yep. To cure the negative alterations.
Golden
And then
elixir.
voila.
I'll keep it.
Next is just Devil's Thorn that needs to be used. And then I actually get a trait talent thing. I'm a barber. We're using one of everything.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
Fine.
I'm talking to all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night. You can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
Tell me, Mr. President, had you spoken to Elizabeth since your arrival? You know her father. You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered. Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Peru, but that case was closed if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened. And I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks. Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
Oh.
Yes, Lord Mortimer has a talent for healing, apparently. I'm not surprised Sir Gregory advised her to come.
Agreed.
Not smart enough, apparently.
Feel free, Louis. If there's anything I can do, just ask.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I still need to investigate her room. Yes, I already searched through here. Ooh, wait a second. Alright, we're fine. You, person, tell me things, now.
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, nothing special.
Insinuate that he looks dodgy.
I'd have thought this is not really the shortest way to get to your suite.
Yes, I wasn't really looking where I was going. I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
Well, now. That explains why I couldn't go to his room before. Heading off to bed, alright, bait. You have yourself an enjoyable evening. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Well, her room looks just as much of a mess as it was last time. Nothing new here. Except the blood and the bottle. Oh, cool. They didn't even put away her body or cover it up or anything. Now, 9 stabs is someone who has like a personal vendetta against her. That's a lot. Check out the arm first.
Marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise.
Wanted to choose friendly.
Remember old scars.
Hey, this one's free.
People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control. Scarring, ugh. Scarring isn't very regular, but they're mostly from old cuts.
Hey, more free stuff. I like free stuff.
Tattooed on her. The symbol of the living God. Written in the language of angels, according to believers. It is rare for someone to know about symbols like this at her age. Unless her mother was a tutor.
Oh ho! Thank goodness that's free.
Ancient Greek. Let's see what it means. These are sacred chants intended to protect their bearer. But
oh, good, that did.
Whom? Or from what?
Right onto the head.
I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck, maybe mutilations.
Is that her nose?
From the nose?
know if I want to spend a point on the nose.
What a strange smell. Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs.
Sexual assault, blood streaks.
More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her body. I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax, with a lot of blood. On first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Yeah, they're,
Some of these tattoos
sure this is really in
the marks
depth.
of- What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin.
The hell?
Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by. It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body. No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. This pinnacle's a trap. The wearers of the pinnacle thought that they were protected from evil by surrounding it inside the different circles of the pinnacle.
Well then, let's check the room for clues. Hey, what are you doing here? When did you come in?
Has finished with this room?
Do you know who could have made such a mess of this room?
Miss Adams, sir. We were given orders to leave the room as it was, so as not to rush her.
Did she have a fight with someone to get the room into this state?
Not that I know of, sir. Miss Adams would sometimes throw a tantrum, during which she would destroy anything that came to hand. Lord Mortimer told us not to enter the room.
Thanks for that information.
You are welcome, sir. Has finished with this room?
No.
Oh, heck no.
I haven't gone over everything yet.
Sir may take his time. When sir would like to leave, sir has only to tell me.
Say sir so much.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news.
Okay, yeah, I already read this. When we first came in.
The clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Hey, there we go.
That would clear Emily de facto because she was still with me at the time.
There, see, it wasn't just 5 minutes.
Pentagram? What the hell's been going on here? Contrary to what most people believe, a pentagram's not there to conjure up, I don't know what evil or demonic creature. With the point toward the top, the pentagram is an ancient symbol of protection against evil. Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
No, this was here before that.
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting.
Bathtub of
Written in a mix
books.
of several languages. Not too easy to work out. It looks like a mixture of medieval Latin and Anglo-Norman. It is
I'm glad that I
difficult to make
leveled that
sense of
up
this
to 2.
jerky writing. I can make out some passages, though. He's coming. The demon is upon me. He's coming back to kill me. There she is. Death has come to finish me off. I've just run into her son. That was her last entry. What tortured writing.
Yeah, that she was talking about you and your mom.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for...
Yeah, we read that.
30 November, 1791.
Read that.
August 24th, 1792.
Yep, read that. Oh, that's Napoleon's pistol. Because it was missing.
Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Now, Napoleon was the one saying that he was playing cards.
A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France. It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded, and there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there.
Interesting.
Right. I shall have to find its owner.
So I already know that's from Napoleon. So he
Piece of fabric.
was stout and ran?
High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
For the nobility, clothes make the man. Or the woman. Nah. We already know it's not Emily, so that looks like it's just a false clue. Oh, unless it's that gray for the Baron.
Vials of laudanum. The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
Maybe for some of the Tintikers, but... There's blood on the wall.
Blood spatter indicates that the murder must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
Intriguing. So...
Knocked over bottle of wine. What kind of plonk is that? Hey, it's a Bordeaux.
Why did I get
it's
a...
Chateau de Briand. It's a great wine. I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
Why did I get a debuff?
The blade is short and thin. Well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh. The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand.
They would have had blood on their hand.
Poor girl bled to death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
And it went off this way. Oddly enough, there are no other tracks. Now I'm actually a little bit more intrigued by this.
High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a
Did they wipe off their hands with this?
Quality wear.
Or
it's a travel dress. The silk has been lightly waxed to protect it from bad weather. And I know the very woman who came up with the idea, given all the traveling she does. My mother. God help us. Why did she come here in the first place? The material appears to have undergone abnormal wear and tear. She must have been scouring the countryside, and that doesn't look good.
So what, that's saying his mother was here? Interesting. So what's this? Intoxicated. So I became intoxicated by smelling the bottle. That must have been some really potent stuff.
Has Sir finished with this room?
I know enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Attack much this is, yeah. Alright. Now, curious by... I like my colored self. Well, apparently, you know, as one ages.
Monsieur Johann von Wulner.
Alright, so he's returned back. Hey, collect a coin. Same kind of clock, so 354. There we go, more honey. Awesome.
The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments
Interesting.
you gave me. But I
Hey,
hope that this will
Zookeeper,
mean
how's
that
it going,
you're
man?
alive. Your ever obedient servant. So, Volner had a relationship with
Interesting.
Elizabeth. But that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
Huh. How was your stream? Thank you very much for the host. I appreciate it. I know, I figured I'd dress up nice and snazzy to just like Louis here. Minus the bruising, because, you know, I don't feel like hitting myself that much. Oh, I have to search. Fine.
Elixir.
Gosh darn it. Actually, I could use this golden elixir right now. Right now. To clear this drunkenness.
Golden elixir.
There. Ha 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 ha. Just you can fuck. I figured I explained it. I missed it. Yeah, no, it has been mentioned, but it's all good.
Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Oh dear. Ooh, it's another one of these. Okay, I got Zeus last time. So Volner, what would he be? Second. Last letter's a GX. So it's probably a G. The other ones don't make much sense. But what? Oolong? Zoo? Man. So how far in are you now for, what was that, Chains of Memories? I can never remember the name of those odd ones. Third letter. Has to be an A, I guess. Let's see. Excuse me. Liu. I don't know enough about Von what's his face here to guess at what that is.
The alchemist is a young man.
So he likes the occult. Maybe we'll find out a bit more as we continue through his room. Picking any game harder than Kingdom Come Deliverance. This one I actually have to know things to get it right.
Amber crystals.
Nice. One more to go.
Alchemist is an old man.
Nope. Devil's Thorn. Oh, Devil's Thorn. I've already used that. Fine. You know what? We'll just use it. We'll just do it. It'll be done. Oh, although that's temporary, so... Huh. He's the only one I haven't found the actual invitation to. Everybody else has an invitation that I've been able to read through. Alright, this Baron Johann Christoph von Wulner is the Prussian Minister of Religion, a friend of King Frederick William II of Prussia von Wollner secretly managed the affairs of state, former pastor and member of a Masonic lodge, yet all the time he needed to convert his king to his point of view. Together they opened their own lodge under the influence of the Rosicrucians? Passionate about the occult sciences and alchemy, he led a war of religion in his country and fiercely combated the ideas of enlightenment. Friend of Sir Gregory Holm, von Wollner believes in spiritual alchemy, of which the materia prima is the human soul. So speaking of...
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's
soul.
heart.
Is there an S? Darn. Just watch a Zeus here as well. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see. Wing. No. Don't know. It comes down to this first one and last one as to what would make sense. Open sesame. I feel like it'd be an I or E in that one. What's the story behind his messed up face again? Well, you see, I went to go defend the honor of a lady, and I got beat up because I did not succeed in my skill checks. Well, slash I didn't do them. I picked the wrong options. And as such, I failed my confrontation with the guy, and he punched me in the face and knocked me out for the whole night. And when I woke up, I looked like this. The same lady who's now dead.
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help, monsieur?
Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really.
It was this letter. Why is he refusing to tell me the
truth?
truth?
I found a Werther dedication, signed by your hand, monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure, and has nothing to do with you.
It was pure.
Continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
Oh my. Look at all this. I think there's a voice of the yard. They brought several boys. One of them a serial killer. Yeah, it didn't go very well for her. What's his face? Oh, I don't know anything about him. Alright, we're not going to chance it.
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly.
I was tired.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Because it's Napoleon's gun. I need to go ask him why it's over there. So le frappere la main le garçon de la cour. Milk. Bring boys to the heart? Look, send me a book on Discord. I know, right? Let me know if it doesn't make sense. I think I explained it well enough, but, you know, in the off chance that I didn't.
The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever-obedient servant. So, Volner had a relationship with Elizabeth, but that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
I was hoping that would give me a further clue for this.
A four-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Yeah, no, I have no clue. No clue. Hey, Kolka, how's it been? Been a while. Ling is from Eldritch Horror, is it? Maybe that's why it keeps popping into my head. Because I keep doing Ling. Like Ling, Ling, Ling. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's trying to look like the main character here at least a little bit. Figure I've got the clothes for it, why not? See, I thought it might be something like Eliz or Adam, but it can't be because, it's nothing really a cult. Huh? Oh, whoops. This is going to bother me so much now. Bother me so much. Ugh. Does it pop open when correct? Yes. Yes, it does. Links? Let's try it.
A chest locked with a four-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
There's no Y for the second letter. It's either F, P, I, or E. Nasty cold end of last week. Oh man, trust me, I know what you're talking about there. I had a terrible cold a little while back, and yeah, it knocked me flat on my arse. That was ridiculous. Ah, from what I like to be lying. And there's so many different so many different letter combinations that you could do with four letters for each one. It's like I don't know. I just don't know enough about this guy. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so I need to go find Bonaparte. So it's big boots in the blood. It looks like everybody was in the room or something. Ooh, right, I wanted to go downstairs. No, I apparently cannot. Because they said it was playing cards. Jacques Peru. It's like really well put right now. Maybe I poke holes in the O. Yes. Look at that fancy little thing.
Dear Monsieur Peru, no space left.
There we go. Oh, Devil's Thorn.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
See, I've already got that.
I know you were at the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
Yes,
You know
that
nothing
symbol.
at all.
Enlighten me then. For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations, you've wrapped up the investigation.
This guy.
All right, have you finished?
Not quite.
What about his
To
pistol?
answer a few questions. You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself.
This guy, I don't understand.
We shall meet again.
Probably.
Like, I mean, does he not want to be found innocent? He's just so standoffish with me no matter what. Yeah, do I enjoy hitting women? Why, no. However, that Peru guy there. Okay. Now he looks upset. However, he's missing his pistol. Let's talk
Monsieur
about
de
his,
Richet,
yeah,
please
his
be
boots are
quick.
way too
We are both
small.
very busy.
As any good soldier would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling.
Oh.
Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Thank you.
Oh.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaggi as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
You see, now the thing is, George Washington said that he wasn't downstairs playing cards. So is...
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
So... Washington is now... His allies are lever, yeah, that's the thing. And then, supposed to talk about that trade. Let's go talk about Emily now. Because they were talking business, apparently. Well, Emily was ruled out because she was with me. Based upon the time of the crime.
What can I do for you, Louis?
Tell me, Emily, what's the nature of your relationship with Washington?
Oh, come off it, Louis. You're not going to go into details of rage, are you?
No.
And she's with that old guy.
That has
Oh.
nothing to do with it. You're preparing a treaty to break the ties between the United States and France.
Whatever are you talking about, Louis?
I read your correspondences, Emily.
It's not what you think. So don't go thinking there's anything personal in it.
Are you trying to break Franco-American agreements, Emily?
That's the job, Louis. We're all doing everything we can to serve the best interests of our nation. It's got nothing to do with you or us.
Or
Why did you
us.
tell me about it before?
Would you have told me?
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis. Do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then it's... I don't have any grey silk dresses,
Yeah, I haven't
Louis.
seen her in grey.
Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Thank you, Emily. We found the murder weapon.
What is it?
A dagger, quite slim.
Have you found its owner?
Not yet. Still searching as it happens. That said, since the blade penetrated the body several times, the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The handprint was a very slender hand, Emily. Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us on the island. Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady, that means...
I know, Emily. I know.
Guess technically that's true. It could have been the sister, though.
I'm sure there's an explanation. You're bound to shed some light on it.
I was only with one of them last
What you
night.
say is true, Emily.
Unless they're tag teaming.
I'm less and less enthusiastic about shedding any light on the subject. I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
Her sister's apparently missing. That's why she's here. She was supposed to be waiting upon the mainland, so this way, you know, nobody discovered the ruse by seeing 2 of them in the same place. And then they were supposed to swap off, but when she got the message from Lord What's-His-Face here, saying that she's gone missing, that's when she came.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
So, technically her sister's missing. Trust Titania to sweep off. Well, you see, the thing is, we actually spent a night with Emily there, the previous night. So, that's my comment there. And basically, they're playing the set by game, where they're both living the exact same life, taking turns, so this way they could be in different places at the same time. Christian stream. It is nothing of the sort. It is a all-encompassing stream. I know that's the thing. It's too easy to say that he's done it. I feel like he's being blackmailed or something into not saying anything. And that knife, with how small it is, there's no way he'd be able to... I don't know. He's got way too big, beefy hands.
Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes. She came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
That many bottles?
Did she tell you why she was so desperate to get some, Mr. President?
She said she had terrible migraines that wouldn't go away.
More likely for the voices she heard, not the migraines. Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes. She came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
Do you take it regularly, Mr. President?
Unfortunately, I do, Louis. I still suffer from a terrible toothache, and it's not likely to get any better.
He's senile. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to lift up her body.
Old age, my young friend. I don't wish it upon you, but you'll soon see. At my age, it's rare to have no problems in that domain.
And do you take a lot?
A moderate amount, Louis. Only the dosage indicated on the prescription of my doctor.
Mr. President, we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe, I hope. That's all I wear.
No, rest assured. It looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
It's a raging clue. There's still so... My money's still on the Duke, despite the relationship that they had. Perhaps it went sour. Okay, I want to go back up top. I can't ask him about the card game, though. Oh, wait, that was actually one of the things that cost points. Oh, this is her room again. Washington benefit?
Greetings, Louis.
I'm talking to all the guests to find out.
Let's see if
who
the
has an
alibi
and,
changes
well,
from
who
this.
doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night, you can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
I shan't keep you any longer.
Yeah, I think he's trying to distance
If there's
himself from
anything I
it,
can
is
do,
why.
just ask.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I can't question Bonaparte or Washington about the fact that their alibis clash for some reason. Like Washington specifically saying right there that he was there all night. He stressed that part. And yet, I was unable to bring that up to Bonaparte, the fact that that was the case. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking at next, Guitar, is trying to find those damn stairs to go back up. There they go. To go talk to the priest. Where did he go? There he is. Alright, Piaghi.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But
Blah.
they didn't even know each other, did they?
Buttons.
I couldn't say, Louis. But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Perrault. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Well, let's go talk to Mortimer.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
Oh no, I wasn't done.
I'm listening, Louis.
Okay, thank goodness. Okay.
Will you remind me of the facts we already know about?
Okay.
Elizabeth Adams was killed last night.
She's
but
dead.
Piaggi was with Holm and I until late at night. As for Bonaparte and Washington, they left us after midnight, both tired.
See, once again, Washington, like, this is two people saying that Washington wasn't there. Because, so Bonaparte's talk of the cards, because he said he was with them, and he named all the proper people except for Washington. So far, Washington is the only one who's, like, an outright liar.
I'll be in touch as soon as I have...
And as you were saying, Guitar, with them both benefiting. But Emily was with me. But I feel... See, and that's the thing, you need a slender hand to strike the blow. So yeah, between Or is it all of them? Because I really don't think Washington was strong enough to hold it up. Because they said the person holding that... Well, no, that's not true. They said even despite her, she doesn't think that it would have been that difficult to hold her up.
Blood spatter indicates that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
That's just the thing, though. It takes tremendous strength to overpower. But then again, if she had laudanum in her... Yeah, so the two killers, the fact that she had laudanum in her as well... But I'm just worried... What about this pistol?
A pistol? Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Oh. I'm guessing...
I shall have to find its owner.
That, what's his face? Peru either came and saw it. He's like, what the? And then he came running over. And then he was like, oh no! And then he was worried that he was going to be blamed for it, based upon the fact that everybody knew that he was beating her. Or did beat her once.
Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe?
Yeah, and even here it says Washington, maybe. Unless Washington stole a pair of boots and was wearing that. So, I wanted to look a little bit more closely at the wounds on her chest. Because there were some points that I could observe on that. Yeah, just close your eyes and advert for a bit. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I'm done looking at that. Because I'm just going right to the chest, looking at the cuts. Because I want to see if it's a quick in and out, if there's any struggling or so on.
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax, with a lot of blood. On first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Okay, we're going to skill free, observe the wounds.
As though the wounds were inflicted from a precise angle, as if the murderer was standing behind Elizabeth.
Behind. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's all I need to know. Alright, Guitar, we're done. We're done looking at the body. You can look at the screen once more. Let's do another quick look in his room here. See if we can find some boots and or a gray cloth. Oh, hello! Hello, friends. Look what we've got here. Big boots. Of course, there's just nothing to actually click on them. wait. This is Washington's room. Alright, Washington. Which makes things really interesting then, because I commented about how the fact that Emily was with me at the time of the murder, based upon the clock that fell to the ground, unless it was fiddled with. So I am going to quickly grill her about her alibi, or about what she did last night. And then I believe, yeah, it would be a two-person deal. Got Washington and Emily. Actually, wait, why is this one off the wall?
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Can't look behind. Nothing, okay. Had to be certain. Had to be certain. Nothing in the fire besides ash. What I'm looking for in her room is possibly some kind of gray garment that could tie her to the scene. Because right now we just have a slender womanly knife. Or some kind of fabric of something or other. Nothing in this fireplace. We have shoes down here. Oh, hey, a coin. It pays to come back and look again.
Two coils circle the lock.
I guess I should unlock this. Perhaps I'll find something. Because apparently I didn't have the key.
Thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Retrieved everything. I guess that means I've gotten every single clue there is. So she's talking to Sir Gregory Holm. But Holm was with them. So unless that's her just saying that, got some pizza. Happy now? Excellent. As it should be. Pizza's delicious and wonderful. It's actually cheaper to do next skills free, actually.
What can I do for you, Louis?
Since your arrival, did you notice anything strange about Elizabeth?
Everything that happened around that poor child was strange. You saw that for
Pepperoni and
yourself.
Chaz.
You're right. I'm looking for leads to try to reduce the number of suspects.
Well, I would say that in addition to ourselves, you could also cross off President Washington. I went to see him during the night. I had some business with him, and I can confirm that he didn't leave his room all night.
That gives Washington an alibi.
I
want
won't
the
keep
blood on the hand.
Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
As for rifling through her drawers, I have not seen anything in here that allows me to open something. There's origami on her thing. Ah. Oh, wait, over here. Boudoirs, handkerchiefs. I don't necessarily see anything gray. The council meeting didn't tell me. Hey, you know, if the carrier pigeon didn't find its way to you, it must be scrambled from all the Wi-Fi signals and stuff. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's Washington. Oh my gosh. Here's this map. Okay, I'm almost there. Is it without your pants again? Well, you see, that is the best. This way, if you know, if you need a little bathroom, you don't need to worry about anything. You just get up and go. Is this only episode 1? This is episode 2 now. So we are on the second episode of 5. Oh, this is the wrong stairs. No. Alright, Guitar. So, shall we go accuse Washington and Emily? Well, you see, Alberts, I figured I wanted to look at least somewhat the part. As close as I could get. Forget it. Let's. Nope, can't run off. I tried.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I could prefer not to accuse anyone.
I believe I've identified the murderer.
Really, Louis? All right then. Please think carefully before you give me your answer. This is a very, very serious accusation.
I don't see anything for multiple. My mother. I mean, the cloth, this is... The gray cloth that specifically says my mother. The dagger would also be the woman. We know his mother actually does have quite a bit of strength to her. Especially with her training. Elizabeth Adams herself? No, because there's... She was stabbed from behind. It could be her Emily Hillsborough's sister, though. It was me, I'm turning myself in, exactly. Hey, don't ask me, how's it going? Yeah, finding yourself with a wonderful evening, I hope. I must think
I'm going to need a bit more time to review my findings about the crime.
I do understand. All the more so as it's crucial not to make any mistakes when it comes to naming the culprit.
Gosh darn it, what's with the suit? I am trying to look at least a little bit like Louis here, so... Got ourselves... I mean, it's not exact, of course, but it's close-ish. A little bit. Little bit. I look closer than you look right now. Oh, good gracious. If I do the wrong... What's annoying is I can't discuss why Washington's like Bonaparte. But there's still the pistol on the scene, and maybe okay, I'm gonna go bug Peru some more. Because there's still some options. Yeah, I kind of got in a fist fight, and it did not go my way. It did not go my way at all. Oh man, it was everyone. Oh, I know I would be, right? It almost seems like, honestly, everybody could have done it. Or helped to do it. Because Washington has the boots. Peru is refusing to show me his pistol. His boot is also seen there. He actually said that his boot was there.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. I'd like to talk about the letter you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting. All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Sure, we'll just do this.
Let's get right to it. Are you Elizabeth Adams' murderer?
That is for you to prove, if I'm not mistaken, boy. You weren't expecting me to do all the legwork for you,
there,
were you?
discovered the Inquisition.
Man.
I knew it wasn't going to do anything,
2
but...
days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams.
Are you the murderer? Huh?
Did you want to give her a beating?
You can let me
She won't
know.
let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! You have no idea what happened, and here you are, carping away.
Punch.
You think you're investigator of the year. Have you taken a look at yourself, Deriche?
Right, I did do it.
You were black and blue the last time?
I did not!
Oh, the guy. I don't even have the chance for that.
Go on. Keep going.
Finish what you came to do, then get out of my room.
Goodbye, sir. We shall.
Probably.
I go after dogs, Zaberts. That's what I've got to do. Man, this is rough. On Mondays, Tuesdays are free game? Wow, if you say so. can't go out anyone's door. What about the pistol? Ah. So then there's this Duke guy on top of that. Does he have anything gray? Maybe? It's a roll of die that number determines the color. Yeah, it's
just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
See, and then he shows me his pistol, so it's not missing. Oops. About the boots. He actually has his pistol on him. Because I asked him to show it to me and he pulled it out. He just whipped it out and just showed me it. I was like, whoa, buddy. Buddy. You just whipping out there, eh? See, I don't see any really large boots. Actually, let's make sure that I took everything.
They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Well, you know,
Monsieur de
innuendo's
Richelieu,
fair
please be
game.
quick. We are both very busy.
As any good soldier would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Thank you. Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply
Your
regrettable.
suitcase,
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No. Did any of you leave during the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you. Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back.
I think you're supposed to be French? Yes. Yes, he is. But are you sure about that?
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
Yeah, because there's boots right there as well. And not to mention he's wearing boots. He showed me his pistol. Although he could be lying about having multiple pistols. Not having multiple pistols. And he has small girly hands. Yeah, but she was stabbed from behind. Goodness gracious. Oh no, Tails is still getting those clips. Because because I asked him to show it to me and he pulled it out. He just whipped it out and just whipped it out. Man. Okay. This is so annoying. Because it's not home. Maybe I need to go talk to this guy a little bit more. Switch messes up, even though you think it's clipped perfectly shape up. Yeah, I know, it's all iffy at times. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Aberts. You have yourself a wonderful evening. I didn't search the Baron's room that much. So I want to do one last look at his place. And then I think it was von Wollner. That's the guy I was thinking of. Yes. Oh my goodness. So that is probably faster if I turn around. Whoop. If anybody else has any ideas as to the who the murderer is, by all means, feel free to speak up. We can pool our ideas together. Rule out Napoleon. Yeah, I really don't think it's him. His story corroborates with the Lord himself, saying that, you know, yeah, they were down there playing cards for a very long time.
The signs of the zodiac.
What are the clues so far? In her Elizabeth's room, she was stabbed 9 times. It looks like the stabs were from behind. However, it also looks like she was held up against the wall. So they might have held her up backwards against the wall? I don't know. Which apparently requires strength. There's a big ass bloodied footprint in the carpet, which looks like he says might look like Peru or Washington's. When I asked Peru about it, he said, "So you found my footprint there, so what?" So he's not even denying. See, that's the problem, is he's not denying that he wasn't there. But the knife that was used to stab was a very small, delicate knife for a lady's hands. It looks like it was gripped so tightly that there would be blood on the hands. Oh, I know, Peru is. I mean, I don't want to say it's him, but apparently it's looking like it might have to be. But I mean, this guy's got boots too. So apparently it's supposed to, it says whoever was stabbed would have blood on the hand. There was a piece of cloth there. But nobody apparently has cloth like that except my mom.
How can I help, monsieur?
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly. Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure, and has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
Yeah, I have all of these. So if he's of a lover spurned... So how could it be his bloody footprint, or is it just a footprint? You see, that's the thing, it's a footprint in the blood, but there's no other tracks anywhere. So it's like... Should I use some points here to try and... The annoying thing is this is all so easy right here. It's too obvious. Yeah, let's go back to the crime scene.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
And I still haven't found this one.
Code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
I'm sure if I open this, there might be another clue as well. It's a 4-letter word that's dear to this guy's heart. So obviously I'd say the Baron, his alibi is iffy. What do we know about Baron? That he holds dear. Right now we know that there's this letter right here.
The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever obedient servant. So, Werner had a relationship with Elizabeth, but that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
And that's what it is. So it looks like he has a fondness for her. 5% me fast sound.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
So, unfortunately for the second letters, we've got F, P, I, and E. First letter, L-I-Z-O. Because I thought at first, hey, maybe Liz, but no. Liza? Oops. Third letter, N-O-A-M. Second letters are F-P-I-E. And fourth letters, G-U-X and C. Now he also really loves the occult. That is one thing as well.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Oh, I wonder if that's what it is.
A chest locked
Zinc.
with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Good call! Well played, well played. So we got ourselves probably some more manuscript type stuffy. Cool. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of stuff now. Wait, is this... Oh, okay, that's a spoon. Kind of want to find out more about this guy. Because he's... Ever since I was talking to him about the room, he was all nervous and all like... Eee.
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly. Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication, signed by your
Yeah,
hand.
and he has boots.
Would you like to
Seems
change
to have small,
your
slender
Be
hands.
careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure, and has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response.
Just tell me. Oh, man. Nate, thank you very much for the sub. I really appreciate that. Oh, man.
I get the impression that your romance was over. Am I right?
So? What does it matter to you? I would never have attacked her, if that's what you're insinuating.
Who put an end to the relationship? You or her?
It was her. It was her. But what does that matter?
He was looking for something near her room. Originally.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Hey, Jerk Mellow. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. I hope you're having a good evening. And oh my gosh, my brain is hurting so much. So much right now. Answers the Baron, probably wrong. Okay, I'm just going to quickly check here. Okay, so this is the murder scene. I found the Baron originally looking for something. Where was it? I don't know, but there wasn't. Oh man, it's going over 10%. Don't do it, Nate. Don't do it. You're... Okay, Guitar. If you're watching again, just going to give you fair warning. Okay, so we found this clock.
Clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Thing with that is
that would clear
nobody
Emily
knows
the
what
fact because
time.
She was still with me at the time.
So it's not Emily herself, might have been her sister, because her sister's missing. As for suicide, while that is a choice, she got stabbed 9 times.
A notebook written in Elizabeth's handwriting.
Now, there's this clue here.
In a mix of several languages. It looks like a mixture of medieval Latin and Anglo-Norman. It is difficult to make sense of this jerky writing. I can make out some passages, though. He's coming. The demon is upon me. He's coming back to kill me. There she is. Death has come to finish me off. I've just run into her son. That was her last entry. What tortured writing.
So, like, she was talking about me as being the son. Actually, impossible to be on me. They would love to throw a ton on the guy. Yeah, she's talking about my mother for sure there. Then there's this pistol that's been found here.
A pistol? Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
So,
Extremely
inside of the
well
barrel.
maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded, and well, there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France. There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there.
That's all those. News it loaded. Yeah, so it's never fired. Typical French. Looks like a setup. But the problem is, once again, he's got his pistol, unless he does have multiple pistols.
Right. I shall have to
But
find
yeah, it was never fired. And then we have over here
piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
So for the nobility clothes, make them man, or
dress. The silk has been lightly waxed to protect it from bad weather. And I know the very woman who came up with the idea, given all the traveling she does. My mother. God help us. Why did she come here in the first place? The material appears to have undergone abnormal wear and tear. She must have been scouring the countryside, and that doesn't look good.
I was gonna, yeah. So I mean, that looks like my mother, right there, and is slender. Then the knife. We know that she's been having laudanum.
Vials of laudanum. The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
So he said he did give her some. Then there's this splatter right here.
Blood spatter indicates that the murder must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
And then
the blade is short and thin, well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh. The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand.
There's this one right here.
Poor girl bled to death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
Now, looking at her, apparently she was stabbed 9 times in the chest, Well, it looks like it went through the chest. She was stabbed from behind. Other than that, there was some stuff on her face that I didn't really get a chance to look at because I don't have enough points. I know that's the problem here, is there's so much stuff wrong. And then Washington... The only thing I can excuse me. Unless it was... Yeah, maybe Sarah.
Has finished with this room?
Do you know who could have made such a mess of this room?
Miss Adams, sir. We were given orders to leave the room as it was, so as not to rush her.
Did she have a fight with someone to get the room into this state?
Not that I know of, sir. Miss Adams would sometimes throw a tantrum, during which she would destroy anything that came to hand. Lord Mortimer told us not to enter the room.
Thanks for that information.
You are welcome, sir. Has Sir finished with his room?
I know enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
I'm kind of thinking it might be the mother. Either that or all this is just a waste of time and it doesn't matter who we pick. It was to be planted along with the gun and cloth. Exactly. The knife is definite, honestly, perhaps. Or Baron. Oh shoot, which one was the way up? I know. Yeah, she said that the mother was coming to kill her again because she just found her by Elizabeth's own writing in her journal. Motive-wise, it does make sense for Washington and Emily. I always get confused as to which way to go to get back up. You see, honestly, I could totally see it being Mortimer or Holm or both of them, and because, oh yeah, it totally wasn't us. I wonder if I could actually explore up there. Did I have to work hard for it? And that's the thing, Mortimer knows all the rooms, but the thing is I can't pick him. What host would allow us to say that he's the murderer, right? Therein lies the problem. So I guess I could choose not to say. It's because there's too much contradictory evidence. His hands are clean. Nobody has dirty hands. Dirty blood hands. Oh, Sarah was the murderer. Hello, bird.
I've come to speak about the findings.
There were no sinks within the rooms. No privies either.
I'm listening, Louis.
Yeah, and then just last task, facts that we already know.
Elizabeth Adams was killed last night, but Piaggi was with Holm and I until late at night. As for Bonaparte and Washington, They left us after midnight, both tired.
That's all that is.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it. Given the distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way. Right. It's time we spoke.
Apparently that's a legit thing. It's like, yeah, there's clues, but it isn't, And that's just the thing, yeah, there's too many contradictions and everything in order to...
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
I'd say the mouse in this respect, because she's leaving secret clues behind and so on. She's not striking out in the open.
I'd like to answer the cat, but unfortunately I'm increasingly worried that she's in fact the mouse.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities.
I don't trust him at all.
In the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Yeah, exactly, Jesus.
Isn't Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager that Monsieur Napoleon will soon prove himself. I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play. And I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
If by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Yeah, because you
not?
played through Obra Dinn, I believe, correct, Tails?
Thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
Yeah, I'm not filling him in on
only
this.
my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
She's worried of someone or something. There's the whodunit genre. I know, and here I am, not just letting you guys watch off in the corner. No, I'm asking you, participate. Let's solve this together. But yeah, I agree, Cheese. I think she's hiding of someone.
Her not coming back to the manor after so long makes me wonder if she is wary of someone.
Well, certainly. But whom?
The only ones who were present during her stay were Sir Gregory, Duchess Hillsborough, Mr. von Wollner, and myself.
Adams was here as well.
You forget Elizabeth Adams, my lord.
That's true. But Gregory and I arranged it so that they wouldn't run into each other. I thought it had worked.
Do you think that your mother felt she was in danger because of Elizabeth?
It's possible.
So Elizabeth's dead now, so not anymore.
Is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
Enough about her. What of her disappearance? What do we?
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we like to share points of view about practically any subject.
I know, good to
We
her,
would
but I was
find
afraid
ourselves embarked on
if I declare
interminable
someone is the killer and I was wrong,
from Monsieur Blanchard's flight
reputation
in
would
hot air
tank.
balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Ooh, hey, look at this. I could do this one. Prepared now. Best admit it's all contradictions. Exactly. And this way, we're all showing him that if he is the one who planted all this, we're showing him that
between the Russians and the
no,
Turks.
we're not going to
Russia's
just
come
jump
out
to
of it having
conclusions.
officially won Crimea, which gives it direct access to the Black Sea.
And, at the same time, the Mediterranean Sea. I'm worried about the decisions Tsarina Catherine might decide to take. She's a woman who managed to get rid of her husband to accede to the upper reaches of power. Gaining access to the Mediterranean Sea remains her main objective. When she still had that dear Potemkin as her lover, I could always find out about her intentions, but those days are over.
Hey, I know things! Listen, the game mechanic was, it makes sense to make it harder and use more effort to prove the person. Exactly. And that's the thing. I actually used a lot of items and my effort
You're
points
speaking of Grigory Alexandrovich Potemkin?
doing all that.
The very man.
So it's
The
like
little devil behind
very
the
aggravating that I
entourage.
couldn't pin it on someone.
Since his death, I know absolutely nothing of what the Tsarina is up to.
Oh, really?
Ah, yes. I didn't mean to shock you. Please forgive me. Let's just say that, in my position, it is often advantageous to know about the habits and customs of world leaders.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them.
Bet you that
It
was a
so
lie.
happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
No. Alas, I do not know
Unfortunately,
enough.
my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then,
Glad I
before
didn't
Gregory
accuse
could
her.
intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on. That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady
Okay.
Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew
Yeah.
into herself.
Yeah, Tails.
She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
That has something to do with the occult. I mean, there are clear tones in this game with Ichabod's visions, that there's something supernatural going on. Possibly. Now, we know that the mother, she cut off her, well, either she cut off her hand, because there's a stump about right at the wrist. So either she did that or somebody else did it. Go to the tower room. Ooh, hello. Look for the clues.
There are burnt papers in the chimney.
Underground. We haven't given all the possibilities
There's
of
a legible
neutral.
fragment left.
Nothing there.
I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
All right. Oh, thank goodness, more royal jelly. So cut off her hand and put the knife in the severed hand and stabbed Elizabeth. Did I ever know? Now, her correspondence, I wonder if that was Emma. Because they were working together, as we saw in the vision, before she shot her.
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Gosh darn, so many collector coins. Okay, Carmelite water was the special awesome thing. Yes, okay.
Carmelite water. St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Sure, it's for use apparently.
A fierce opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved, and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion could be found in the epistles to the Galatians, the Philippians, the Corinthians, and the Acts of the Apostles.
Okay.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
I'm guessing there's going to be something to do with that painting later, once I have more clues. Something over there.
What is this disc?
Sure, let's take it. No reason not to. Ooh, a lodestone.
Dante's
Nope.
paradise.
All right.
Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal
Apparently, I'm
world
not smart enough
must
to look
ripen
at the
in
disc
graves.
fully. Where would the lodestone be? Right here. There we go. Around a magnet. Can I?
St. Paul.
Can I hover it over this?
By Caravaggio.
No. Okay, nothing to look at over in here. Let's see what's inside this door. Oh.
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
Sure, let's open it. Oh.
I think
Oh!
something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling.
How do you open it? I'm gonna use the lodestone magnet. Yeah. Look at me being all smart and
open.
stuff. So if it was locked from the inside here, there's nobody here.
Great, honey.
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini.
Oh, the man with the sword.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword.
It's still in here, yeah.
There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
Think about the secret code, boy.
St. Paul is
No,
shown
okay.
holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently.
No, I have to sit through it all over again.
On the frame.
Ah!
Let's take a closer look.
Okay,
This is
I
how
can't skip
Paul
it.
spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
Alright, I don't think we need to worry about... We know it's for a secret code. We don't need to spend a effort point thinking about the fact that it's a secret code.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
The right key is the left key. Pick both. Oh my goodness.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Rini. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Alright, nothing there. Oh, another coin.
The New Testament.
Goodness. Let's analyze the book first. What is this?
Volume of the Gutenberg Bible.
There was a specific passage based upon the first painting that we saw in the room.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Okay. Can I pull it out? Apparently not. Cool. Alright then. Back to the Medusa statues. Oh god.
From the collection of the apostles by Guido Rini.
Amber. Hey, that's another amber. Ooh, I am the Prince of Amber now. Which is a further +1. Oh my gosh, look at all those effort points down there. Alright, so the man of the sword is basically right there. So 11. Now, over here.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come? Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Which was the... Was it in this room then? Yeah, that's what I was looking for, cheese. Passage.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni.
Maybe I should just go read all the passages.
Transmitted by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, that's what I thought was in the other room.
Appears here in the guise of an angel.
Because we were laughing at the fact that we were getting a history lesson there. Yeah, because that's the Dante's book. Okay, well, let's go read these passages. Oh my god, this is a lot. Hey, John Diggle Holmes, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, I hope you're having yourself a wonderful evening. Apostles of Paul, 2 out of 2. That's probably what you're... speed read. Let's go, 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 go! Oh, but which one? The Philippines, Hebrews? All of them. Oh my freaking lord. Oh. So they added so much in here that sure, you could go through all of them. That's going to take you forever. Oh, that is cunning. Well played. Well played, developers. Oh, 1111, I had it? Oh, shoot. Which one was that in? Was the Corinthians 2? Oh no! I think those were the only ones that I went into. Epistle to the Romans. Okay, back to the beginning. So, I looked at Epistles of Paul, Epistle to the Romans. Oh, yeah, right here.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy.
Oh, wait. A note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages.
Hey, you guys are awesome.
Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the 2 groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle.
What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
So that's probably the same passage that they were talking about. He doesn't have a beard.
He's the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard.
Wait. That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer. The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle?
Is everyone so cryptically annoying? I know.
Of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day,
the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
Oh my god. 1 to the left, 3 to the right. Probably.
St. Paul painted by
Take
Peter
people's
Lehman.
business shit.
Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame.
Yes, we already
Let's take
did
a
this
closer
one.
look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
Yeah, we already solved this one. That was the Paul, 1111, and then that led to this. So 1 to the left, 3 to the right. That might be for over here.
Several portraits of
'Cause
apostles,
somebody had
all signed by
rifled
Guido
through this.
Beni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Or not. Is that the whole place ablaze? Infect Nix, yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
So is there something under this one too?
There's nothing worth noticing here. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the
We're
dust,
gonna have this trouble,
it
I
has been
know,
removed for
right?
months,
Oh
if
my
not
God.
years. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
Why?
Nothing of value here. Some characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
Oh my freaking word.
It says, count in the dust. Alright, let's do it.
Okay, count in the dust was 8. How does this mean give just the... What?
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
Alright, so far. Sword, apostles. We did that. I'm glad you found this note. Pick up patch, you know, waiting for reply hidden behind the youngest apostle. Hebrew count of 8, anything that isn't. Yeah, I'm just full of the confusion. Because the answer to the back was 1 to the left, 3 to the right.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust.
My God, another one?
I can read the number 4.
Maybe there's also 3 blind mice behind the 14th player. 3 non-blind mice. Oh my god.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
I can't do anything with that chest. So it kind of wants me to go in order, I think. And by finding these other things, I'm getting confused.
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean? St. John, painted by Guido Reni.
Oops. St. John.
He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
I think it's one of these St. John.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
2-5?
Now there is a Jerusalem by the sheep market, a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches.
Nope. Well, thanks for trying, Jeez.
And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in Hebrew Golgotha. I and my Father are one. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
Oh, none of those ones then.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Well, the problem is, it seems, because I did find some things before, it's filling out the notes as I go along it. So I'm supposed to pick up the package you know where and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. When you reply, behind the youngest apostle. So that's where I went over here. I observed the youngest apostle.
By Guido Reni. St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard.
So, okay, so we get here, now we screw this way.
The pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to to complete their rank. What does it mean?
That's what we're trying to solve right now. Because the Dustinist one, I think, is getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah, 1 left, 3 right. It sounds like it'd be safe, but there's no safe here.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Excuse me.
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
So, John. Not really 1, 3 there. Nothing there. I already looked at all these ones for John. Really, the only ones I haven't gone through right now. I haven't gone through this John or a Revelation to John. That's the thing, I don't know how many companions, and these don't really make sense from a add 1 to the left and 3 to the right. Besides the...
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes. And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin.
Oops. Before I get to that lance, I'm just going to quickly finish going through these 4.
We have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us.
So I can say this one's done.
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
What does it mean? It's in the prophecy, so I'm guessing it's Revelations?
I guess I'll just come back later.
So the thing is, it doesn't say. There was 12 apostles in total, I believe.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power, and riches, and wisdom, and strength, and honor, and glory, and blessing. And a voice came out of the throne, saying, praise our God.
Yeah, there's... See, I don't know... There's nothing really pointing in the dust.
Both small and great. And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent.
Hey, Bible.
a new
But there it
note.
is.
And folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's.
But this is it.
Yes. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel?
That's that guy.
What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Okay, so that was Revelations to John 12:14. Oh, because he was the youngest apostle. So added 11, so apostle 11 up to 12. And then you add 3 from 11, get 14. 11 plus 1 is 12, and 11 plus 3 is 14.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Okay, so that's the reasoning why it's that one. But now we're on to this guy.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
So now we're on to half of each group will join the city in Corinth. So Apostles of Corinth. I am assuming... Yeah, so it's probably Epistles of Paul. Half of each group. I assume that one would be the Apostles, which 12, so half of that's 6. But...
I guess I'll just come back later.
Okay. I guess first let's observe this painting again.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew.
Matthew.
Painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel. There's something else behind this painting.
So Matthew.
It says half of each group will join the first city of
Corinth the first.
What the hell does that mean?
That's 1. Yeah, half. It's like half of each group. I don't know. Now, Actos of the Apostles. Yeah, in which case, St. Matthew, so that was the one, the guy there. But it doesn't really say...
Take heed that ye practice your justice before men, to be seen differently by them. Otherwise, ye shall have no reward of your Father, which is in heaven.
No.
And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
I hear you, Cheese. I hear you.
But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour.
and said, "For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh."
Oh, so it's nothing about St. Matthew himself.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
And this is the only one was the Corinthians. I'm guessing the first city, so it'd have to be Apostles 1.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God.
That doesn't really say what
and
what
your
group.
spirit, which are God's. If we have hope in Christ in this life only, we are, of all men, most miserable. For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look.
There we go.
Here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Say what? Oh my god. Follow the first group to Mark. We'll reveal the answer to them. So 6.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan.
Oh my god.
And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet.
At this point, it's just like brains fried, just clicking things.
Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them, and said, "Take, eat. This is my body." Then came together unto him the Pharisees, and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem.
Damn it. Mark. Although I guess maybe I should actually
Painting of Saint Mark.
Okay,
and the
yeah.
collection of the apostles.
This is where there's that
Either
dust,
any-
right?
There's nothing worth noticing here. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust.
So 8.
8 in all. That's what the message in Hebrew spoke about. Hebrew 8.
Hey, Hebrew 8.
No, nothing of value here. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew. It says, "Count in the dust." All right, let's do it.
Oh my god. Which one am I looking for here? Two. Apostles to the Hebrews, yes. And then it was 2:8, or wait, 6:8, yes.
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's say tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him.
Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
I didn't play the game. I know.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
It's just F my
St.
life
Paul
at this
is shown
point.
holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame.
Yes, we know this.
Take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice.
Okay,
Now,
so
what
we
does
did that. That's fine.
Strange.
Did this.
St. Paul is shown twice, unlike the other disciples. Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle.
Okay. And then it said, and they go back to the beginning as well.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust has built up on it.
Oh, I hear your
finger has
tales.
Drawn a number in the
There we go.
thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
413, I think. So Paul 413. Oh no, but which one?
I guess I'll just come back later.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tails. I should sleep well tonight. My brain is getting enough of a workout. My god. Paul understood that only the acts counted. He went back on his tracks. Left the company of the pilgrims. I guess look to see if there's a 413 somewhere. Acts of the Apostles. Oh, that's a good call. Good call. No Paul, though. It's the 13th apostle. At this point, let's just
Then they suborned men, which said, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God." And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew and chief of the priests which did so. And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance.
Theologian.
Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
Oh, frickin' hell. Probably allegorical is probably literal. I'm pretty sure it's allegorical. Because I can't think of anything in here that's the nightmare. Oh my god, my brain hurts. What say you guys? What say you? Because I don't want this to all be for nothing. Oh my god. Oh. Allegorical. Oh, literal? Uh-oh. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it could be relating to like a secret passage or something, I guess? Yeah. She's gotta go behind something. Okay.
Clearly, she must be trying to do something useful, but what? The nightmare. Does that remind me of anything?
It'd be an object. That's what we're thinking, right? Not an object. Something behind it. So yeah, that wouldn't make sense for a concept, and she wouldn't be trying to get past it.
Probably has to do with an object or something. Granting that this is the case, where might it be found?
Oh my god. Try to remember. Probably second floor room. Because that's up where, what's his place's stuff is. And I've been everywhere on the ground and first floor. As well as outside. Because outside's just the wharf. Where's the second floor room? Try to remember the paintings up there too. He thinking hard. It's like oh. So second floor. Yeah, it's got to be Mortimer's place because that's the only one that's. Holmes' apartment, Mortimer's study. Oh! Oh, right. That was, I think, was that the study that I was in? Because we were in that one, was it that one room that I was in with all the special magical artifacts and so on? Yeah.
Yes, it's the painting that was behind Mortimer's study. Well, let's see if Mortimer has anything to hide behind his painting.
Oh, goodness.
Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Okay. It's saved there. and it's pretty late for me, so I think I'm going to wrap it up there for the night. Oh my god. A huge thank you to all of you for helping me out with that. You were... Seriously, you guys remembered a lot of the things there, and writing it down in the chat helped me a lot. I was able to go back and be like, okay, yeah, it's this one. What the hell? So I'm going to attribute all that thanks to you guys. Oh my gosh, my brain. My freaking brain. Wednesday will be interesting, yes. I'm thinking that on Wednesday, we're just going to the study, not necessarily going down to the... Whatchamother thing? Never read New Testament until today. There we go. We all got to read up on our theology. And yeah. So, we're all now the smarter for it. Oh, I thought it'd bring me to the title screen clicking that, but apparently not. So, here we are on a black screen. Alright, so we will be continuing again on Wednesday. Once again, starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So 1 hour earlier than my usual ones. Woo! So, plug my Twitter and my Discord. Feel free to join them. We do lovely discussions and chats on there. Good times, and keep up to date about all updates. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we will see you on Wednesday.